Everybody knows there's nothing more rewarding than doing a DIY project, except doing one for someone else. Now, I've got a furry little friend inside that I'm going to build their own little piece of paradise for today. Let me go and introduce you. Now, this is my little mate Cosmo, and he just wants to get outside during the day while I'm up at work. So a cat run, or run away, is going to be a perfect addition for his lifestyle.
The first and most important step when building a cat run is the planning. Work out exactly what you're after and measure up your area to make sure that the plans are practical and achievable. Once your plans are set, take the measurements for your roof frame and begin cutting the timber to length.
So to construct our roof frame today, we're going to be using a treated pine timber. Now, this is really easy to use. You can cut it with a handsaw. If you've got a drop saw, even better. Now, to fix it off to our walls, I'm going to be using a spaghetti and screw system. Now, this is also going to make it nice and easy if I ever want to resell the house without a cat run. Once we put this in, I'm then going to clad it in a steel mesh roof, which is going to let heaps of sunlight in from my window here, but also keep the cats from getting out. Now, spaghetti and screws are one of the best systems you can use when working with masonry. They're really simple and super strong. So basically the setup, if you're using orange spaghetti, get a 5.5mm masonry bit. Now this is fine to go through your timber and then also into your brickwork. Insert your spaghetti and then screw away. The next stage for Cosmos is access. Now we're going to go through a glass door today, and I wouldn't recommend it as a DIY project. So I've called it professionals. They've got a new bit of glass cut up. They're going to get the cat door in, and away we go. When it comes to building, it's all about the systems. So it doesn't matter how big or small your project is, you want to get a plan. So I've got George up here, he's marked out all his joists, and now we're going to measure them up. Once we've measured them up, we're going to cut them all at once, lay them out, and then install them. I'll show you what I mean. All right, George?
2220.
You want to make systems that make it easier and quicker at the end of the day. So once we get all our measurements down, Georgie's cut all these up and put them in place ready to go. Now all we have to do is get them up there and screw them off. So our frame's up and we're at the stage of putting in our galvanised mesh. Now this is pretty simple, but I'm going to cut it all down on the ground and then put it up there and nail it down. I'm going to use these little U-nails which are galvanised as well. So they just tap into my timber and they won't go anywhere. All right, so now we're just nailing off our mesh with our little clips. Simple as getting it started. Okay, that's my mesh roof done and ready to go. Now we need to close off this hallway here, but I wanted something to look really pretty and modern. So the easy slat's going to get me out of trouble again, and it's a really easy system to put in. So all we have to do is attach this channel to the wall. So I've just used spaghetti and screw again, and that's going to be nice and solid. Now the other great thing about this is the screws go through here, and then my slats, which I've cut down to whatever length I need, just slide in. Once they're in place and you've got them spaced correctly, you put a screw through the face here, and then there's another channel that fits over the top and hides everything. So you're never going to see a screw. I think it's going to be the perfect look and finish for Cosmo. Well, that's about it for another day. We've got our roof in, our mesh is on, the easy slat's all ready and cut up and going in beautifully. Now we've got some great DIY projects in store to fit out this cat run. So I'm going to get a good night's rest and get stuck into it tomorrow.